When everyone thought that this was just a dream, Mercedes has finally done what no one was expecting. Yes, you heard it right. Mercedes has now openly announced that their YASA Flux engine has become a reality. Such a powerful, so light and so advanced engine, which was only being talked about in papers and rumors till now, is now ready to enter the real world. There is a stir in the entire auto industry about what is there in this engine that can leave everyone behind. The question is also being raised whether this technology is going to become a headache for companies like Tesla and BYD in the coming time, and why Mercedes kept it hidden for so many years. In this video, we will tell you what this is, what the secret behind the YASA Flux engine is, how it works, and why it is being said that it is going to change the world of electric cars. So stay with us till the end, because the more you move forward, the bigger revelations will surprise you. And yes, before moving on to the video, please subscribe to the channel so that such great information reaches you first. What is this YASA Flux engine? This is the biggest question that is going around in everyone's mind today. After this new announcement by Mercedes, the whole world was shocked. What is this YASA Flux engine which is putting so many big companies in tension? Actually, till now people used to ignore this engine, considering it to be just an experiment or a prototype. There were talks about it quietly for many years. Some people used to say that it is impossible, while some used to say that perhaps it will not become a reality for the next 20 to 25 years. But Mercedes proved everyone wrong. Now the question arises, where did Mercedes get such an idea from? Actually, the biggest problem in electric cars has always been the efficiency of the motor and the range of the battery. The more power is needed, the more battery consumption, and the more battery you put in, the heavier the car becomes. This is where Mercedes engineers got a revolutionary idea. Why not make a motor that is small and light, but has such power that it can wipe out the names of motors of other companies? This is where the concept of the YASA Flux motor was born. The design of the Flux motor is so different that it reduces the weight of the car, increases the range of the battery, and the power is also amazing, but Mercedes did not present it to the world immediately because they knew that it would not be right to launch such a big technology with half-hearted preparations. This is the reason why Mercedes kept it a secret for many years. So far, all this was just in rumors. Sometimes, if any news leaked, people would say that it was just talk and that all this was not possible. But now Mercedes itself has come in front of the world and said that yes, the YASA Flux engine is a reality. This is the moment that has shaken the auto industry of the whole world. Now, let's talk about Mercedes planning, what was going on behind the scenes for so many years, and how this day became possible. Very few people know that Mercedes had bought the YASA company in 2021 itself. At that time, people considered it just a simple deal. No one paid much attention. But in reality, Mercedes' real move started from here. YASA was actually a small company in Britain which was doing research on motor technology. They had made prototypes of flux motors which were quite advanced in themselves, but, they did not have enough money to produce this technology on a large scale. At the same time, Mercedes had understood the real power of this technology. After buying YASA, Mercedes gave them a free hand. They said, take as much time as you want, do as much research as you want, just make such a motor that becomes an example in front of the world. After this, Mercedes did not hold a single press conference regarding this for many years. Everything looked calm from the outside. But inside, the teams of Mercedes and YASA were working on it day and night. Testing continued, failures kept coming, and then improvements kept happening. Mercedes maintained such secrecy that even its own dealers were not informed about it. For them, it was just a future plan. Now, when Mercedes announced this engine, everyone's eyes were wide open. People could not believe that the thing they considered impossible was now standing on the show floor. Now let us talk about Flux technology and how it is different. By now you must be wondering why this YASA Flux engine is so special. What is it that makes it different from other electric motors? Okay, so let us explain to you in very simple language what this Flux technology actually is, and just how much more powerful, lighter, and efficient it is compared to other motors out there. First of all, you need to understand that the motors used in electric cars up till now mostly worked on something called a radial flow design. This basically means that the current and magnetic field inside the motor rotate in such a way that, well, a large part of the energy is wasted as heat. The more power you need, the heavier and bigger the motor has to be. And honestly, that's the reason why it was always tough to strike a balance in electric vehicles. You could either get more range or more power, but getting both together just wasn't possible. Now, flux technology has totally changed this whole way of thinking. The flux motor actually works on what's called an axial flux design. So, what is this axial flux anyway? Well, think of it like this. The design of the old motor was kind of like a wheel spinning round and round. But the design of the flux motor, it's more like a fan. In this setup, the magnetic field and current move at such an angle that, honestly, the wastage of power is almost negligible. So, the biggest advantage of this technology is that the size of the motor has become very small. Just imagine, earlier, for the same power, you had to install a 100-kilogram motor. Now the same power is available in a flux motor that weighs just 30 to 40 kilograms. That means the weight of the vehicle has reduced. Less weight means less pressure on the battery, and, well, more battery range. The second advantage is its efficiency. The flux motor converts about 96 to 97% of energy into power. The efficiency of older motors was lower, and they also generated more heat. The flux motor remains cool and maintains its performance for a longer time. The third thing is power density, meaning more power in a smaller size. The flux motor is so powerful that it gives almost double the power in the same space. This means you can keep the vehicle lighter and still get more speed and better pickup. Now, Mercedes engineers have made YASA Flux technology even better. The specialty of YASA was that they found such a combination of magnets and windings that made the motor more compact. This is the reason why Mercedes is now thinking of installing this motor in high-performance cars, like its AMG series. Imagine a motor that is so light it can be lifted by just 2 people, yet so powerful that it delivers supercar-like performance. How big a deal is that? A flux motor means your car will be more responsive, the battery will last longer, charging will happen faster, and the driving experience will be more enjoyable. Not only this, manufacturing costs also decrease with flux technology, because it does not require large, complex parts. This means that in the coming time, Mercedes can bring this technology to mass-market cars as well. This is the reason why other companies have lost their sleep. Companies like Tesla and BYD are now under pressure because of this technology. In simple words, due to the flux motor, electric cars will now become more economical, more powerful, and have more range. This is why after Mercedes' announcement, there is a stir all over the world. The real game of flux technology has begun, leaving old motors behind. This motor is going to give a new direction to the world of electric cars. Now the question arises, why is the YASA Flux engine